No, I don't make toys. I'm not that kind of elf.
Welcome back to Master the Fun and Elder Scrolls Online. Today we have another spell on our spell focus series from the Necromancer class. Let's have a look at it from the Gravelord spell line. It's the Boneyard. It's an interesting and a bit complicated spell. We'll get into that later in the demonstration. It's an instant cast. It's a ground targeting spell. It's a typical long range 28 meters, 6 meter radius, which you'll see in duration is a nice 10 seconds. That's a nice long duration actually for this. Desecrate the ground at the target location, dealing 16,000 again, depending on level. We're at, you could say max level here. 16,000 frost damage over 10 seconds. Consumes a corpse on cast, assuming there is one, for 20% more damage. An ally standing in the graveyard can activate the Grave Robber synergy, dealing 8,000 more frost damage to enemies in the area and healing you for the damage done. Okay, this spell is all about this synergy, in my opinion. Of course, apart from the nice damage it does over 10 seconds, assuming your enemy is even going to stay in the graveyard zone. You know, usually they'll probably jump out unless they're one of these stationary type NPCs. But the synergy here, when you're with other players, will do a nice bit of damage and possibly healing you. Now this is the thing about this one. It does a nice heal, and we'll look into the champion points for this too to see how, you know, that can benefit extra healing for this. You know, making a Necromancer quite a lot of healing actually with a lot of these spells. But this one is kind of dependent on other people to give you the heal. In other words, you can benefit from the heal, assuming someone's around to do the synergy. So it's going to be hard to count on this again unless you're in a group and they can actually do so. One of the synergies as well. The other one, as we'll have a look at it right now, the Avid Boneyard. Okay, basically the same thing, except this one you can actually use your own synergy and then thereby healing yourself, which is fantastic. So you'll get the heal, plus you'll do the extra damage. So this is great for soloists, the Avid Boneyard. And the other version of this, which is also Magicka, there's no stamina on this one, it's pure Magicka. This one, it gets a little bit more on the aggressive side. It does major breach and fracture to the enemies within the circle. Again, it's a small circle, 6 meters. A quick dodge roll and you're out of it. Reducing the spell and physical resistance by 5,000. Again, it consumes a corpse on cast to deal 20% more damage if there is one. And as you may have seen in my other videos in this series, there are some spells that create a corpse, you know, like the Charging Skeleton. An ally standing in the graveyard can activate the Grave Robber synergy, dealing 8,000 frost damage to enemies in the area and healing you for the damage done. So there you have it. Not only do you do damage, but you get healed if somebody else activates it. If not, and if there's no corpse, you're only going to do the 16 plus only. It's still nice, assuming again somebody actually stays in the place. You know, perhaps they get what do you call it? The Sijic spell. You know, like freeze time, and maybe they get paralyzed in it. That would be a heck of a combination. You know, maybe you cast freeze time on them, throw a boneyard under them, and not only are they frozen, but now they're getting, you know, nice damage done, at least until the time stops, and then they get unfrozen and dodge roll out. But it's a very interesting spell. The animation is cool. We'll have a look at that later as well. So let's have a look at the champion points that should affect this. The nice part about this is since they're all Magicka, the champion points will be the same for all three. The Boneyard, Avid Boneyard, and Unnerving Boneyard. So quick recovery will help with the healing portion of the spells. And Thaumaturge is the huge one for this because it's damage over time. We're talking 10 seconds. I've tested this. Thaumaturge directly increases the damage the more points you put in Thaumaturge. So if you love this spell, that's where you're going to go. And also Blessed, Elemental Expert, Elfborn, and Spell Erosion in the first part of the blue champion points. So let's have a look at this in action now. The Boneyard. This is the regular Boneyard. As you can see, it's kind of small. See what I mean? Quick rollout and you're out. What was that? Quick rollout and you're out of it. You see there. Cast it again so you can have a look. There's the circle. I mean, it's not that small, you know. Let's see. It's kind of. It's all right, you know. Okay, well let's have a go at the version, the Magicka, so we can use our own synergy. You can see that looks like there's nothing really to see on the other one. So now we have the Avid Boneyard. Okay, there it is, the X. Use Grave Robber. So hit the X. Okay, a little animation there for that. And supposedly that's going to heal us. That'll heal us and do more damage to the enemy. Okay, let's have a look at this. And the synergy. There's our heal. Okay. And again. Block. I don't know where the synergy is on the second one. I guess there's a cooldown or something because the synergy was not instant. There it is. Okay, it's back. So apparently there's a bit of a cooldown on the synergies. So yeah, there you have it. That's the Avid Boneyard version of the original Boneyard spell. So I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration of this video. This is a series, our spell focus series. So have a go, subscribe there. It's free to subscribe. Like, leave a comment for any suggestions you may have. Obviously this is pure Magicka, nice damage over time, so armor with lots of max Magicka will be helpful to increase damage for this. And yeah, so hope to see you all soon, and as always, have fun. Cheers.